Hello, Chris Green here with the Flood Insurance Guru, and today we're talking about flood map changes happening in Rice County, Minnesota. Today we're going to be talking about when these changes are happening. We're going to be talking about the good, the bad, the ugly. Can you fight these changes, and what are your flood insurance options? So let's talk about Rice County, Minnesota. When are these changes going into place? April 6, 2022 is when these new maps go into place. So now let's talk about the good. Now, these are properties that may be being moved from what's called the special flood hazard area, like you can see right here behind me, where flood insurance would be required, to now a non-required area, which is like a flood zone X. This means that the risk could be lower. It doesn't necessarily mean it is lower, because a lot of these flood claims do come out of flood zone X. So that's the good. Now let's talk about the bad. These are properties that may be going from that flood zone X, where you no longer are required to carry flood insurance, to maybe something like a flood zone A, where now you are required to carry it. So what about the ugly? Now, these are properties that are going from high risk to high risk. This might be properties that are going from the flood zone A to a flood zone AE, where people could see big impacts on premiums. So what about all these changes? Can you fight these changes in Rice County, Minnesota? You absolutely can through a process called letter of map amendment. This is a process of going through and disputing a flood zone change with FEMA and getting that changed back maybe to a flood zone X. Generally, in disputing this, you want to have an elevation certificate that shows your lowest adjacent grade and other supports of the property or above your base flood elevation. So what about flood insurance options? Well, you've got the National Flood Insurance Program and you've got private flood insurance. So with the National Flood Insurance Program, you have special rates the first year, 12 months, called newly mapped rates. So it's important to understand that if you're setting up a new policy. Even with Risk Rating 2.0, these are still newly mapped rates. Now with private flood insurance, you may have some unique rates here that are significantly less than the National Flood Insurance Program because of the way they look at risk. So this is when these map changes are happening, who's being impacted, if you can fight it, and what your flood insurance options are. So if you've got questions about flood risk like this right here, your flood insurance, or mitigating your property from flooding, click below to visit our website, floodinsuranceguru.com. Remember, we have an educational background in flood mitigation, which means we can help you understand flood risk like this right here. Your flood insurance and mitigating your property long term. Thank you.